The topic
Walaikum
is how to master the art of negotiation in daily life. Negotiation is not just a business skill, it is the life skill. Every day we negotiate without even realize it, at home, at work, with friends, with colleagues, and even with ourselves. Our revolution resolving conflict to making better decision. Effective
Gotcha.
negotiation help us create with win outcome, build a strong relationship, and make our life smoother and more productive. In today's
Sounds good.
session, we sit down with Maya to explore how anyone can master the art of negotiation in daily life. Our question will uncover practical strategies, psychological insight, common mistake, and simple techniques. Let's begin our conversation with Maya. Maya, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. It's a good topic. Negotiation really is everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you think. So, where should we start? What's on your mind when
What
you
does
think about
negotiation really means in the context of daily life?
Good question to kick things off. I think people often picture tense boardroom scenarios, but really it's just about getting what you need while maintaining a good relationship. It's anytime you're trying to reach an agreement with someone, even something small like deciding what to have for dinner or who's taking out the trash. It's about finding mutually acceptable solutions. Does that land?
Okay, why negotiation such an essential skill for personal and professional success?
Well, professionally, it's pretty obvious. Salary, project scope, resources. But personally, I think it builds confidence and self advocacy. If you can negotiate effectively, you're better at setting boundaries, expressing your needs, and resolving conflicts without resorting to, well, drama. It impacts everything from your relationships to your overall well being, honestly. It's about feeling empowered to shape your own life a little more.
Okay, very well. What are the most common situation where people unknowingly negotiate every day?
Ooh, tons. Like deciding where to go for a vacation with your family, splitting chores with roommates, even just convincing a friend to see a movie you want to see. When you're asking for an extension on a deadline or trying to get a better table at a restaurant, those are all negotiations. It's really about influencing someone to see things from your perspective, even in small ways. Do any of those resonate with you in particular?
Yeah. Maya, if you have any example, please share with me about.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut myself off. Let me finish
Please
that thought.
continue. Continue.
Right. Yeah, a friend of mine was trying to get her landlord to fix a leaky faucet. She didn't go in demanding or aggressive, but calmly explained the problem, the potential for damage, and suggested a reasonable time frame for repair. That's negotiation. She wasn't just complaining, she was proposing a solution. Or even something simpler, trying to get your partner to agree to order takeout instead of cooking when you're both exhausted. It's constant.
Okay, how can someone prepare mentally before entering a negotiation?
Good question. I think the biggest thing is knowing what you want, your ideal outcome, but also what you're willing to compromise on. It's helpful to consider the other person's perspective too. What are their needs and concerns? Also, try to separate the people from the problem. It's easier to negotiate when you're not taking things personally. And maybe a bit of mindfulness beforehand to stay calm and centered.
Okay, what role does active listening play in successful negotiation?
Huge role, like massively important. It's not just hearing what the other person is saying, but truly understanding their point of view, their emotions, and their underlying needs. It builds trust, shows respect, and helps you identify potential areas of compromise that you might have missed otherwise. Plus, people are more likely to listen to you if they feel heard first. It's a bit of a virtuous cycle, really.
Okay. How important is emotional intelligence while handling tough discussion?
Critically important. Like 9% of it, honestly. Tough discussions get derailed when emotions run high. Being able to recognize your own emotions and the other person's allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. It's about empathy, self awareness, and knowing when to take a step back if things are getting heated. It prevents misunderstandings and keeps the conversation productive. It's not about suppressing emotions, but managing them.
Okay. How can we ensure a negotiation result in a win-win outcomes rather than
That's
one-sided?
the goal, isn't it? Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Did you want me to finish my thought about win win outcomes?
Win outcome rather than one-sided.
Right, win win. Okay. Focusing on interests, not positions, is key. A position is what someone says they want. Like, I want a 10% raise. An interest is why they want it. Like, I want to feel valued and financially secure. If you understand the underlying interests, you can explore solutions that meet both needs, even if it doesn't look exactly like the original demand. Collaboration is huge, framing it as how can we solve this together instead of how can I get what I want.
Okay.
Does that make
Why is
sense?
understanding the other person needs a motivation crucial?
It unlocks everything. If you only focus on your own needs, you're likely to end up in a stalemate. Knowing what motivates the other person, their fears, their goals, their values, allows you to craft a solution that addresses their concerns alongside your own. It shifts the dynamic from adversarial to collaborative. Collaborative. It's about finding a common ground where both sides feel like they've gained something. Plus, it shows you respect them, which builds rapport and trust.
Okay, Maya. What communication
All
mistakes
right.
often weaken a negotiation?
Lots. Interrupting is a big one, shows disrespect, and prevents you from fully understanding their perspective. Using accusatory language, you always or you never puts people on the defensive. And being vague or unclear about your needs can lead to misunderstandings. Also, failing to ask clarifying questions, assuming you understand what they mean, can lead to serious miscommunication. Direct, clear, respectful communication is so vital.
Okay, what techniques can help someone say no politely yet confidently?
That's a tough one. I think no is a complete sentence, but softening it can help. You can acknowledge the request, explain your reasoning briefly, and offer an alternative if possible. For example, I appreciate you asking me to take on this project, but my current workload is full. I could potentially help next month. Or that doesn't quite work for me, but perhaps we could explore this other option. It's about being firm but respectful. Avoid over apologizing, as that can undermine your confidence.
Okay, how can people negotiation better in family or relationship situation?
That's a different beast, isn't it? With family and partners, the emotional stakes are higher. I think empathy is even more crucial. Focus on understanding their feelings, not just their demands. Choose your battles. Not everything needs to be a negotiation. and prioritize maintaining the relationship over winning. A little compromise and a lot of kindness go a long way. It's also good to schedule regular check ins to discuss concerns before they escalate into bigger conflicts.
Okay, very well. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. Your question is very good and reliable.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you found it helpful. It
Okay,
was a good
thank you.
conversation.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye bye.
Oh, all right. Have a good one.